National retail launches are an absolute death sentence, or sometimes they're maybe more of a serious injury sentence. Now, don't get me wrong, we drive growth in both e-commerce and retail. For most brands, retail is the end game, but launching big chains can be a career-ending move for CPG brands. For example, Walmart has been referred to as the kiss of death. If you don't do things the Walmart way, you will exit in a far worse position than you enter. The truth is, launching a national chain can be amazing. It is almost always followed by celebration, especially by young brands. But losing that national chain 4 months into it is catastrophic. When we start a conversation with brands, they are generally trying to increase retail velocity. That is, after all, what we do for a living. But we can't carry all of the water here. Here's a real scenario. Eric, we need help fast. The buyer wants 4 turns per SKU, per door, per week. We're at 0.5. Heartbreakingly, the answer is almost certainly not. If you're short 1 turn, or maybe 2 out of the 4 you need, we got you. We love a good challenge. But we can't offset zero awareness in just a couple of months. Successful brands go into retail launches ready, especially national retail launches. Here's how we see successful brands master a retail launch. Number 1, they are clear on the available velocity tools. Whether we're talking about demos or retail media or trade spend, these brands have budgets and they're realistic about what they can expect from those tools. Number 2, they have their budgets set well before launch. Big brands, conglomerates even, can often dedicate up to 20% of the case cost to trade spend. Small brands that sometimes launch with negative margins are not even playing the same game. Number 3, these brands are clear on buyer goals before they launch. Veteran brands know exactly how many turns per SKU, per store, per week that their retail buyer wants to see. Number 4, they've already built consumer awareness. Veteran brands invest in social media, email marketing, and other forms of awareness marketing that help them to create product pull rather than having to push every unit of sale. Number 5, their backyard is in order before thinking nationally. Some of the biggest brands are selling in thousands of doors in their home regions before ever thinking of a national launch. They're leveraging retail, corporate, commercial, hotel, convenience, and even academic in order to get to volume before moving to a national launch. Number 6, the best brands say no to national when those other 5 criteria are not true. The best brands turn down national launches when those conditions are not in place. They choose long-term growth over a Hail Mary. What young founders often don't realize is that there are successful brands out there in 10, 15,000 doors that still have not launched nationally in a single chain. It's not to say it's impossible for young brands to land national retail launches. They do at times, of course, but they usually require significant budgets in order to make it happen. Again, national chains are the apex for most CPG brands. That's definitely the ultimate goal. But when you go, just make sure you're ready.